Hello, Engineering Nation. My name is Nate Larmond, and I'd like to present a little research I did on wastewater treatment facilities. So the story starts here. This is the old school way of managing your feces. It's called a pit latrine, and a lot of people in the world still use a pit latrine. It's very useful if it's separated enough from the well, that is the drinking water supply, and constructed properly. This is a schematic of a modern wastewater treatment facility. Looks overwhelming and complicated, but if you split it up into its three stages, it's actually not that bad. The primary stage removes debris using mechanical screens and centrifugal filters, and then come the settling tanks, where the solid material simply falls out because the flow rate is so low. The secondary stage basically allows microorganisms to eat the organic matter. So as you see here, they take some of the settled out sludge and recycle it back so that the microorganisms just keep getting cycled through the process. And then finally, the third stage is the chemical treatment. So sodium hypochlorite is bleach. And here's a filter, sand, and activated charcoal. And finally, it's bleached again. So don't get lost in the details. These are the three major components of wastewater treatment. Like I said, a lot of people still use pit latrines. According to Wikipedia, 1.7 billion people still use pit latrines, and just in the last 4 years, 85 million latrines were constructed in India. This is fine for a rural population, except in Europe and America, the population moved towards the cities around 150 years ago, and latrines simply don't work for high-density human populations. As you can see, typhoid fever killed a lot of people in Philadelphia until this date, early in the 20th century. So, over here we see typhoid fever deaths, here we see cholera deaths. What happened in the early part of the 20th century that caused cholera to decrease and typhoid fever to decrease like this? Well, Louis Pasteur, yes, the Louis Pasteur, noticed that this compound, sodium hypochlorite, bleach, is an excellent disinfectant. It kills microorganisms. And this discovery is still present in modern wastewater treatment, as you see. Sodium hypochlorite is introduced twice, once before the filter and once after the filter, right before it's released back into the ecosystem. It's hard to pin down who designed this system because thousands of people have chipped in. Using sand filters is an ancient technique, and using alum and lye to produce basic pH to pull out metal ions has also been used since ancient times. There are a few patents, such as the Arden-Locken paper. That is a patent on the activated sludge idea, that is recycling the microorganisms for the aeration stage. There's also a patent for this machine right here. It's called a step screen. And that's what I'd like to focus on. Obviously, there's a lot of chemistry going on here. There's a lot of control systems. The electrical engineering is obvious. A lot of biological engineering going on right here, but I'd like to focus on just this mechanical system. It's basically at the head of the wastewater treatment facility, and it's called a step screen. So let's check it out. Let's actually check out this thing in action. Like I said, it's at the very beginning of the process. And there it goes. So pretty clever, I think. The moving step comes in through the slots and moves all the debris up one step, and then on the back side you can see it scrapes itself clean. So that's called a step screen filter, and like I said, it's right at the beginning of the process, before the settlement tanks. Here's another step screen processor, and I'll let you click on this video and watch the entire tour. And here are my references. So that's just a short tour of wastewater treatment facilities. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.